Hi and welcome back to Real Reviews, where once again I'm diving into NTLive territory, this time looking at Noel Coward's Present Laughter. This is the 2019 production done at the Old Vic and starring Andrew Scott and Indira Varma. Andrew Scott obviously we know from Ripley and Sherlock and countless other, shall we say, more high-profile titles, including All of Us Strangers. Indira Varma is known for Game of Thrones and The Night Manager, which is currently in its second season filming. So let's dive into exactly what it is about this Noel Coward production, which is due to hit cinemas imminently, which is going to get some serious bums on seats. So Noel Coward will be familiar to many people, at least film fans, from the 1960s version of The Italian Job starring Michael Caine, where he literally tells people not to blow the bloody doors off, rather than the substandard Sub-Zero, what's the point of it even being made, Mark Wahlberg remake. So with Noel Coward, what you had essentially was a theatrical raconteur. He was a playwright, he was a writer, he was a social commentator, essentially, and he was also very well known for his witticisms, his one-liners. And with Present Laughter, what we essentially get is a dissection of celebrity as it was known in the early part of the 20th century, before the onset of the internet and TikTok and these so-called celebrities who were famous for not really being particularly good at any one thing. So what you have with Present Laughter is Andrew Scott playing Garry Essendine. He is a self-absorbed actor who thrives on adulation. He thrives on validation. He lives in fear of getting old. He has multiple partners, both his wife and his friends' husbands, and then there are the hangers-on and the fans and the obsessive playwright wannabes, and essentially this is a farce which is by definition built up of an escalating course of events, which sort of clash, where characters meet each other, miss each other by minutes, and there is a tremendous amount of sexual, shall we say, on double entendre and overtones thrown in for good measure. So what else is it about Present Laughter which should really be getting people into cinemas to enjoy it NTLive imminently? Let's find out. So with the recent release of Vanya, the one-man show which Andrew Scott obviously did one-man, it's single-handedly, and the success of that, and the fact it comes off the back of All of Us Strangers, and also that he as an actor right now is very much in the limelight. The National Theatre obviously trying to take advantage of that, and they've released a 2019 production of Present Laughter. And ultimately the reason to see this stage adaptation comes down to Scott, because he is an extremely underrated actor. He was at that point in his career, and I'm not entirely sure if he was in Sherlock or he'd done bits of Sherlock at that point, but it's clear that he is the main draw, and for people who knew anything about theatrical actors at that point, they knew if he was going to be in it, it was going to be decent. Indira Varma and the surrounding ensemble cast are also excellent, but the problem with farce ultimately is that you can only get so much of a good thing. The events themselves can only escalate so much. So what actually makes Present Laughter different, at least, is the fact that it is very heavy on the social commentary. It does a really good job of dissecting celebrity, and there are universal themes about vanity and about the need for celebrity, and how celebrity is pretty much it subsists off public interest, and this need for the connection between the actor and the audience and the actor, the one making the other one famous, and creating this career out of thin air for a person, because as we all know, there are lots of talented people in this world, so it's a little bit of luck, it's a little bit of judgment, but also more than anything, it's a little bit of zeitgeist that gets you where you potentially want to go. Not that we're really not entirely sure ever where that might be. So that is why you want to be watching Present Laughter. Yes, Andrew Scott is good. Yes, Indira Varma and the ensemble are excellent, but it is about the social commentary. And on that note, I'm going to be diving into my rating. Let's do that. So I'm going to be giving Present Laughter a 4 out of 5 on the big old 5 scale. Again, because I think it has something pertinent to say about social, shall we say, social preoccupations with celebrity that Andrew Scott and the other members of this cast are excellent, and it is a little bit old school Noel Coward, and yes, fast does have its limits, but as I said in the previous section, I really think it has something to say which is very much an honest and truthful representation which ties into the present day. So on that note, I'm going to dive into my trailer. Let's do that. And so it is, you've reached the end of the video review for Present Laughter, which is an NTLive production that's going to be in cinemas imminently, and be sure to go to NTLive.com and check out where it's going to be in your local area. On that note, this is the bit where I go, if you like the video then give me a thumbs up. Failing that, you can always just drop a comment in the comment box below and I will respond. And finally, you can always just subscribe so that every Tuesday and every Saturday when I drop another one of these bad boy videos, you'll get a little notification and you can pop in and watch or listen to as much or as little as you like, and then go about your day. In the meantime, check out the rest of the channel and maybe pop over to the Patreon page. Take care.